I thought we shaded it. Well, not sure. I thought we're the better team. So it's very disappointing to go out on pens. Just at the vital moments, I felt we just lacked a bit of composure. That finishing in the final third, which is sometimes, like this season, it's kind of caught us up. But again, it's disappointing. The lads are really disappointed because obviously we wanted a final for a day out for the fans again. So they're despondent, but we have to go again. It's like last season, there was a lot of disappointment, but we came back from it. So we just got to learn from it, get our heads up, back in training on Wednesday. And then I think we've got Cricklewood next week. So, so we just got to do our best, get our heads up. Because I thought we played well. It's fun, ironically, we played better than we have done in the last couple of weeks. But, the result didn't obviously reflect that. But, I said to the lads again in there, it's disappointing. Pens, they can go either way. They don't fall our way this time. So that's the luck of the draw, I'm afraid.
Stu, from the sidelines, Geoff put in a shift.
Man of the match for me today.
But how did you kind of read the game? I mean, we felt from the sidelines it was evenly matched. They were more kind of fluent with the ball because they were playing on a surface that they prefer.
I mean, let's not make any mistake. These guys are a good football team. They've got some players that have played at a much higher level, and you could see that with some of their phases of play. But the first half we battled them, and they couldn't break us down. And unfortunately, it was a set piece that we fell to in the end. But no, they're a top team, and we've played them so many times now. I think first time we lost on penalties, cheeky penalty by their number 5. Have a word with him later. But when it went to the 10th penalty, so 10 players took penalties, and at that point it's a lottery anyway. And I think we were saying when we had a shot and it came off the crossbar, hit the keeper on the head, hit the crossbar and hit him back again. Perhaps it weren't our day that day. So, but no, as Geoff said, we've got to get the boys up and running for next week, and we push on in the league now.
Yep. I'm Sham. Remind us of kind of the penalties though. And it's we kind of tended to lose count. We lost 9-8 on penalties. Yeah. After 10 penalties each.
Yeah, I think we missed 2, didn't we? So I think Jordan missed and Samuel missed, and Jordan obviously had our last penalty and hit the post. But I think once the first 5 have taken the penalties, the next 5 is going to be sudden death. Obviously, we're the ones who didn't nominate themselves, so pressure's on. But as we say,
put their hand up, didn't they? Yeah. The rest were like
50-50.
So that's how you selected them.
We always do. We use the same formula every time. We ask them who wants them, and then majority of the time you'll get 5 or more put their hands up. And after that is you get sudden death. You just got to put your name in.
And how do you decide in what order they're going to go? The top 5.
Normally we pick Sherman to go first because we want to get a good start in the penalty shootouts, and he's the penalty taker for the team. And after that, it's between themselves.
You go with your technicians.
Yeah.
Technicians. As much as you can. That's the truth. The people who can strike, a football well enough. You go with them because you think, technically they've been hitting the ball long enough. They shoot regularly. They do it in training, so it's kind of practice for them, really. So that's what we tend to pick that order.
I think when it got to the last 10 minutes of the game, obviously Stu and myself had an eye that it could go straight to penalties, hence why we took off Dino right back, put Arshad on, he's a penalty taker, took Jimmy off, put Samuel on, he's a penalty taker. He's just one of those ones. We were due to lose one penalty shootout, and unfortunately it was today. But as Gaffer said already, the game for me should have been wrapped up within the 90 minutes. Yeah. We got ourselves in great positions in the final third, and just the final ball, decision making and finishing come back to haunt us.
Yeah. In terms of kind of the play, we had a strong lineup today, Geoff. We weren't outplayed, and we were playing in the surface that we don't prefer. But our misfortune seems to occur always at Mabley Green.
Don't claim it's a home pitch.
Yeah, I don't know. You can say it's luck of the draw, but yeah, as I said, it just didn't drop for us today. Because as I said, today we actually played today. We did a specific training session on Wednesday to counter obviously while we've been playing on this. And I thought in terms of getting it down and playing football, we did that so much better today. But it's just, you're just looking at it thinking, we'll go away from this feeling feeling slightly disappointed because, you know, if we've been outplayed and then they beat us, then you can say, okay, fair enough, we weren't good enough on the day. But to go out on this is really disappointing as well, so close to the final. But it's a lot of games to go in the league, like I said, so we'll just get up, go on another run. Lots of tops and turns to go from the league, so just make sure we're there or thereabouts come the end of the season.
Yep.
I mean, there's captain and the managers just said to us after the game, we've got you in the league soon. Can you please have it at Mabley? We don't want to play you on grass.
Yeah.
So I think that says it all, really. They prefer playing on 4G. So yeah, sorry. Anyway.
Well, you could see their pass and move, their diagonal balls. It was formulaic as well. I mean, some of this was rehearsed moves.
Quality team.
But I didn't feel, from a footballing perspective, we were outplayed from a footballing perspective.
No. Because we played them enough times, so I think from a tactical perspective we like to press high against them, kind of squeeze the game, because they like to play from the back, so we kind of know in terms of trigger points what to do. So often we'll try and catch them high and try and win the ball high up. That's how we like to play with a high line, especially against them. It's kind of becoming a saga now, you know, and again it'll probably be, we've got another one to go when we play them next time. So I enjoy playing them because, as I said, they're football inside, you know, as like North West London, a few others in this team, so it does test you in a different kind of aspect than when you're playing sort of like a Brentford, where then it's just a straight battle. You know, I prefer these sort of games personally.
Yeah. Stu, from the sidelines, there's 300, over 350.
Fantastic.
Probably about 356, might be slightly higher. How did it feel from the looking?
You can always tell when it's a big crowd because, I mean, I was a player and I never listened, but when you shout instructions, they can't hear us, so you always know, and we had that today, so the noise was fantastic, the support's fantastic, and to be honest, I'm more disappointed for them than us, if that makes sense, because it would have been lovely to take them to a final again. Back at Uxbridge, I think it was, but yeah, no, the sport's always brilliant, and there's not many clubs I've been involved at over the years where you get Clapton praised even when you lose, so no, thank you to everyone that came down again.
Well, the bit you guys actually missed is when you go in for half time, the kids come out
brilliant.
practice their own shooting.
I don't know if you've seen more kids today. They seem to be growing, the young tons seem to be growing, so you know, that's great to see. You know, as I said, we're a family community club, so that sort of thing is always great to see, and hopefully, you know, more